We all probably spent a lot of time outdoors this summer, on the beach, by the pool, hiking. It's all spending time in the sun. Now your skin may be feeling the effects of it. In a segment sponsored by Bella MedSpa, I am joined by Kelly Ivy-Subach, practice consultant and director of training with Bella MedSpa, to share with you 3 different ways to treat sun-damaged skin. How are you?
Hello. So we're seeing a lot, this is the time of year, all of the patients start coming in saying, oh, I've got this brown spot. Its technical term is hyperpigmentation, but people call it liver spots, age spots, you know, freckling. But it's all UV radiation damage.
Interesting.
And for a lot of people, it hasn't been an option. They're just kind of been stuck with it, either because of hormonal conditions or procedures couldn't treat certain skin coloring. Now there are so many options, and we can combine different treatments to make sure that each patient is customized to what their issues are and that they're seeing a lightening through this process.
That's interesting. So you do have a few different options, but you can combine some too.
We absolutely can.
Wow.
So what we usually have patients come in first is through a little consultation with me, and it's an image computer analysis system, so that I can kind of see how much pigment is deposited, how deep it goes into the skin, and how much energy is going to need to be delivered to get an improvement. And then we come up with a plan of action. And sometimes it's really easy, and we're using the Clarity 2 which is a 755 and 1064 nanometer laser for little spots, you know, just want to get rid of those little spots. And then it may be a combination of multiple treatments, something like LaserMD, which is a fractional resurfacing laser, which is made ideally for melasma, which is hormonally induced pigment. You see it in women a lot on like upper lip, sides of the cheeks, and that's from being in the sun, but also having hormonal spikes.
Right.
That is traditionally one of the most difficult to treat, but the LaserMD does that. And then you have people who love their chemical peels because they want just like that refreshing, removing all that top layer along with pigment. And then we come into like a VI peel situation. But a combination kind of deals with multiple things at one time. So it could be fine lines and wrinkles along with the pigment, or pore size, or breakout. So we kind of combine these treatments to give you the best outcome.
To treat multiple different things that people may be experiencing.
Correct. And most people do have multiple concerns.
Oh, sure.
There were some studies done that when people look at an individual and try to judge their age, we all think, oh, they're probably looking at wrinkles and lines. They're not. The first thing that registers is discoloration, because in our minds we have to think you have to be on this earth for X amount of time to develop that kind of pigment. Right. So we automatically think that person may be older because they have brown spots. Usually it's just because they've gotten a little too much sun. So
right, they may have gone on a nice vacation or something.
Exactly. So we kind of deal with it in multiple ways, but it's always individualized. And we currently have the most options available in this area for pigment.
And anyone can do these treatments, correct?
Absolutely. No, it doesn't depend on age, it doesn't sex, on skin coloring. There's something for everyone.
And how may someone know which treatment is the best for them?
So that would be through the consultation. So that's just coming in with me. It's a complimentary consultation. You can go to mybellamedspa.com and fill out a form, and we'll put you an appointment, or you can just call the office. And it's an hour appointment, and we sit down and we go through what are you doing at home? What's your lifestyle? What treatments work best for you, your skin, and your budget ultimately?
And then when they decide, okay, this is what's best for me, for each of them, or even if you're combining, just in general, what is that procedure like?
So it depends on the procedure. It may be as quick as a 10-minute laser appointment where we're really just cleaning the skin off, hitting it with the laser, and that's doing its thing. And it may be a little bit more in depth with like LaserMD, where we're putting a little bit of numbing cream on the skin, and then we're doing the fractional laser over the top of that. So each one is a little bit different, and they will be spaced out dependent on how much damage you currently have.
So about typically how many times will they have to come back to make sure it works?
Most people are looking at 3 ultimately, because we can't damage the skin and remove pigment. We need to do it gently in a way that the skin doesn't respond and come back full force with more pigment.
Right, that's a possibility too.
That is absolutely a possibility.
Wow.
If it is treated too aggressively or incorrectly, you can do more damage. So you really need to be sure that whoever is treating your pigment understands the anatomy and physiology of skin and how it can respond to these energy forms.
Which you do, of course. When
That's
you're going
why
through
I'm
that.
here. That's why we're here. Yeah.
And so again, there is a free consultation that people can get.
Absolutely. We're just there to inform you, just to give you information and the tools that you need to make the decision that's right for you.
And then if you are interested, there's all the information on your screen. It's always so interesting having you here. I love talking about this, and you come with the most interesting things that people can do, of course, but the science behind it is always so cool to talk about.
That's why I love my industry, is because it's always evolving and changing and making it more accessible and easier for people.
It's so good having you here.
Thanks
nice to
for
see
having
you.
me. You too.
Yeah. Visit mybellamedspa.com for more information and to book your free consultation. The segment was sponsored by Bella MedSpa.